morning to everyone present over here. It gives me an immense pleasure to start this auspicious occasion by welcoming all the dignitaries of the Founders Day celebration. I would like to welcome our respected chairman of Universal Group of Institutions and president of today's event, Shri Shetty sir. Always we feel proud for your constant support. Introduce today's chief guest, Mr. Netrapal IRS, has been awarded Finance Minister Award for the year 2022 by Honorable Prime Minister of India. The sir has been given this award for sustained devotion, commitment to duty and excellence in direct access at national level. He has led many digital transformation initiatives. He is a graduate from IIT and was awarded Silver Medal in BTech from IIT Madras in Electrical Engineering in 2001. For a brief stint, he worked as a software engineer in Motorola, India for 2 years. He received calls from all IIMs in 2003 and he went on the complete as postgraduate diploma from IIM, Bangalore in 2005. Being interested in civil services, he prepared for civil services and got selected to UPSC in 2005 and was allotted IPSc Jammu Kashmir cadre. However, in 2007, he again secured 237 rank and joined Income Tax Department as IRS officer. His first important posting was in Central Processing Center, Bangalore. He was one of the pioneers in introducing forensics in income tax rights like big data analysis, keyword search, and deleted files intervals. He authored digital investigation manual for the department, which is caused by more than 15,000 plus officers in the department. He writes on file estate records is rupees 5,000 crores in revenue and the same received the best performance award during the year 2013-14. In 2015, he was given the task of handling in tax evasion cases in large government contracts. He got promoted as Joint Commissioner of Income Tax and was appointed in Chennai in 2016. As Joint Commissioner of Income Tax, he was the head of the Tamil Nadu and Puducherry International Taxation Division. He has developed 15 CA data analytics team to investigate large foreign remittances in Chennai, which led to detection of many tax planning devices. Recognized in this, in the year 2018-19, he received the Best Performance Award on the occasion of Income Tax Day. In 2020, he returned back to Bangalore and again he joined the e-filing division of Income Tax Department. He was a e-filing operations head and he led the stabilization of e-filing portal launched by Infosys at the national level. He is credited with conducting more than 700 webinars, WebExes with various stakeholders to document more than 2,000 issues in the portal and stabilize the portal in the record of 9 months. He had received appreciation for his commitment to duty shown during the times of Corona. Presently, he is posted as Additional Commissioner of Income Tax, Range 41 in Bangalore. He is an analytical writer and is writing a medium with more than 15 lakh readers till date. He has authored more than 100 articles which are read by many intellectuals all over India. So it is our pleasure today you are being with us. On behalf of our institutions, you are most welcome, sir.
ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮದಲ್ಲಿ ದೀಪ ಬೆಳಗುವುದರ ಮೂಲಕ ಸಂಸ್ಥಾಪಕರ ದಿನದ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮವನ್ನ ಉದ್ಘಾಟನೆ ಮಾಡಲಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಮುಖ್ಯ ಅತಿಥಿಗಳು ಮತ್ತೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಚೇರ್ಮನ್ ಸರ್ ಅವರು. ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ದಯಮಾಡಿ ದೀಪ ಬೆಳಗಿಸುವುದರ ಮೂಲಕ ಉದ್ಘಾಟನೆಯನ್ನ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂತ ಪ್ರೀತಿಯಿಂದ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮದ ರೂವಾರಿಗಳು ಮಿಸ್ಟರ್ ನೇತ್ರಪಾಲ್ IRS ಅಡಿಷನಲ್ ಕಮಿಷನರ್ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಅವರು ಪ್ರೀತಿಯಿಂದ ನಾನು ಮಾತಾಡ್ಬೇಕಂತ ಈ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ ಸರ್.
Respected Upendra Shetty ji, respected dignitaries on the dais, the students who are still looking very young, because just yesterday I was in NADT, that is our National Academy for Direct Taxes. Surprisingly, I saw that all professionals were 28, 29. So the average age of selection has gone up, and I can see the energy in you all. And I have to tell you one thing, that when nobody was there in Bangalore city, there was one person trying his best to teach everyone, that is Upendra Shetty. My wife, Bigna Gokulram, she is an auditor, she is principal director of audit, she is benefited from him directly. He is the guru for us. So, like this, there are many people who admire him, and the fact that when nobody was there in Bangalore and he was single point contact, everybody like that, there were only 2-3 institutes, I think JSS, Universal Coaching Institute, and everybody had to go to Delhi. So there was nobody trying to tell us what to do or anything. It was a real struggle, even to know something like textbooks. Like what textbooks to use, there was no resources at all. And here was a man who was going to Delhi, trying to understand what they are doing, and then coming here and then trying to give. And I have to tell you, in earlier times, Karnataka was not getting any selection. Very, very few selections. Today we are seeing quite a few. So this is all because we have to acknowledge his contribution, and no officer, I am telling you, like whenever Upendra Shetty ji calls, will say no. Because the fact that it is the contribution to this civil services coaching, his role is very big, very big. So, and we have to remember that. So, very few people, because I know that currently you have many coaching institutes, like Insight or so many coaching institutes are there, but he is the pioneer. He is the pioneer in this industry, so in Bangalore he was the pioneer. So, with that, the first thing is that, like, I see the aspirations in you all, and I remember the first speech which I heard like you all. Like, for example, I was sitting in Ambedkar Bhavan, and Mr. K. Shivram, IAS officer, he was addressing us all. And then I heard him, and then somehow I got inspired by that speech. I thought that I should also join the civil services. Okay, I know that many of you are also like that. You have lot of ambition, and then you want to get in, and many of you are also confused whether this is the right thing to do, because this is a very uncertain world. I was just looking at yesterday the annual report of UPSC, because you know how many people get in through the UPSC exam, that is the civil services main exam? 0.1%. That is, only 1,000 people make it out of 10 lakh people. So does that mean that only those 1,000 people are good? Or the writing this exam is futile. If you look at the social media, you will see that there are both arguments for writing and then not writing. Many people tell that it is creating frustration among the kids. Okay, many people think that it is like really creating, like there is no alternative. Many people tell that you should have a second alternative when you are thinking about civil services. But I have to tell you one thing. When I am a graduate from IITs, like for example in IITs we are taught in engineering. Frankly speaking, I never knew anything about politics. I never knew anything about geography, history. If you ask me about the Indian freedom movement, I did not know anything because we were never exposed to that. But I have to tell you that when I started going through for this examination, it was something I felt that it was needed, which I felt that it should be done inside our engineering courses. It is not just this thing, because see, we have to be exposed to all these things. See, to make you all a well-grounded person, like for example, I have seen many people who are in law I have seen. So, law, if you just, I am a quasi-judicial authority, if you understand that, like an IRS officer, he has to interpret law. Okay. So, as an engineer, I was not good at interpreting law. Okay, so but now I can tell you that I can draft an order which is equivalent to a High Court judge. So that is the thing which civil services offers you. So what I am telling you is that, so what you think that you know everything, that will be shattered when you start reading. When I started reading, I realized that I don't know anything. I had to read everything from scratch. I took up Durganath Basu that time, then I read Indian Constitution, Bipin Chandra. So and like a fool also, I read many ancient India, medieval India books. We will start from that and then read. So many times we will read. But finally you will see in the exam it will not come. So see, we make lot of mistakes. And then one funny thing happened that time. What happened was like, as you know that IITs were famous for physics, chemistry, maths. Okay, like my friends, I also took maths and then electrical engineering. That is my subject. I don't know, suddenly that year the government passed a legislation telling that no more people will be taken from physics, chemistry, maths. So drastically the numbers came down. So then I had to change my optionals to economics. And there were some of my friends, I know my friend Nagarajan, who was ranked number 1 in Tamil Nadu. He changed optional 4 times. Every year he will change, he will see, he will lunch, whichever is the best, let me try out. Okay, so why I am telling you that is that many of you will be confused about which optionals to take. This is one of the most common questions. Even last week, one of my colleague's daughter, she wanted to talk to me. Sir, they wanted to take some advice from me. Then the first question you'll ask, which optional to take. So the thing is that, again, I wanted to tell you few things on this, and this is purely based on data. For example, UPSC publishes an annual report. I advise you all to go through it. You go to the UPSC portal and then download the annual report and then study that annual report. You will understand some patterns in it. So they have given which optional has the highest success rate. From which optional maximum number of students get selected. Like for example, the maximum number of students, the maximum recommendation for are from anthropology, geography, political science and international relations, sociology, Hindi language, Kannada language. So these are all, this have very high this thing. So if you put it on an aggregate, humanities, there are two humanities like anthropology, geography, history, philosophy, psychology, sociology, they have very good hit rate. The next set of humanities, which are commerce related, they also have a good hit rate. The worst is the science subject. The physics, maths, so the IITs are all gone. So no more. So if you go to IIT Kanpur, which is supposed to be the place from where maximum number of civil service, nobody is studying in physics. They are all studying anthropology, geography. So what you have to understand is that if you want to succeed in this exam, you have to be smart. If an IITian who doesn't know anything, he goes and learns sociology. So because I know, if you're reading sociology, you will come to know it's a very complex. Like you have to the way you have to write the answers, everything. There is a way. It is not so straight. It is not like point wise. Okay, sociology is more difficult. But the fact that these kids from the engineering background, they go and then learn humanities and then crack. What does that show? That shows that the urge to hunger to succeed. Okay. So the first thing which I want you to develop is that hungry. So that's maga UPSC prepare aagtadane. So if I ask the next question, did he even clear the prelims? The answer will be a big no. So why I am telling you this all? UPSC is not an easy game. Okay, so you have to understand that you have to get rid of your distractions. You have to be highly disciplined. You should be committed. You should be focused. Okay, so without all these things, just blindly ramming through books will not help you. You may attend multiple coachings, you may see YouTubes, but till you change yourself, okay, you make up your mind that I'm going to achieve it, you are not going to achieve it. So that is one thing which I wanted to tell you, that it depends on you. So you have to see, all the people around you are all facilitators, but finally the guy who makes it and who doesn't make it, the difference is the person himself. I have seen along with me, there were IIT graduates who are brilliant, but they did not make it. Some amount of luck is also there. So I don't consider myself very hardworking or compared to them, but God has given me some opportunity to serve my people. So that is what I believe. Okay, so at the same time, what I am telling you is you need to develop yourself holistically, like not just like becoming a bookworm or anything. Go out for a gym, go exercise, have a very balanced, steady life, balance like work-life balance, whatever we tell. So that you can be a, like you can see, this is a long haul. Like UPSC is not a, I was telling you just now, correct? Like the average age is around 28 now in IRS. You ask anybody, they'll tell 28, 29. So that is the thing. It's a long haul. So and again, one data I was just saying, you know, how many people, how many attempts are required to get through UPSC? What is the average? No, average selection for success. Average attempts required for success. 1, 2, 3. What is it? 1. The data now shows that maximum number of people get selected at 3 attempts. After that, it decreases. So even if the age is given to you, there is something called the frustration index. Right? So you cannot keep on attempting it. So many people tell me, sir, like, why you after IRS you did not attempt for IAS? I told that I was completely frustrated. I had to give up. There is a point where you have to give up. So today I have to tell you that every government service is a great service. Every it's not like there is every service has it gives you the exposure. Because for a very long time when I joined, just before coming here, I was talking with Upendra Shetty ji, that for a very long time I was also feeling very bad that I did not get into IAS. Okay, because that was the main ambition for many of us. But then what I did was, I went to the training institute in NIDT. I got trained. Still, I was thinking that I should try for IAS. But the day I landed in Bangalore, okay, they gave me a charge. I realized that this service is the service which is made for me. because I was a finance graduate, I was a techie, okay, from IIT. So, and all these things helped me in my service. Like for example, when I designed the digital investigation manual was written by me for this department, and today we are the pioneers in digital investigation, even better than CBI, even better than any investigation agency. Because today you tell us, we go into, like for example, if I enter Upinder Shetty's house, I can get all his deleted messages in his phone. We have developed, that is the reason why people are scared of income tax. Like the sophistication, the technology which we have brought in, and if you are not thinking, this is one of the primary things which we do. Get all the WhatsApp messages, deleted messages, everything, so that we analyze all those things. So what I am telling you, never think that anything which comes in your way is bad. That's what I want to tell. Like, see, you aim for whatever good it is, but every service is good. Every service has its own domain where it works. But the main thing is that you get into this service. Okay, so I can tell you any day that government service is far better than the corporate world, because I am from the IMs. I have seen my friends also in the corporate world. So the kind of opportunity, the diversity of work which the civil services offers, okay, it's unparalleled, I am telling you. Have you ever seen a young IAS officer who gets in, going and controlling the entire district? How many people are there in a district? 20 lakh people, correct? So he is the decision maker. Okay, can you give such a scenario in a private organization? No. So, see, the thing is that many people or the current scenario, I am telling you, like for example, one question, should medical students go into civil services? What do you say? Should they go, or should they be only doctors and sir? Huh? I am telling you one aspect today. When Corona came, the government found out who were the civil service servants, who were doctors. Okay, because we did not have doctors plus civil services to run the hospitals. So we suddenly realized that, because usually we have very few doctors who come into civil services. That gap was there. So that is where I am telling you, every service, every like domain from which it is very important for us to ensure that the diversity is there. The diversity has to be there, and that will play out in the on the ground in very different ways. For example, in income tax, probably a doctor would be more proficient in handling hospitals. They will have the knowledge of what all things, how the ICU billing happens. So, because ICU billing, I have been a victim of it. Suddenly we see that per day it will be like 2 lakh, 3 lakh. So it can. So diversity is what the government is thinking about. And then, if you see the data, there are a lot of diversity given to everyone. Now, again, one thing I'll ask you: who has the highest success rate? Females or males? Women or men? Huh? Who has the higher chance of getting selected? Men. Women. Women have twice the chance of getting selected in UPSC than men. So I see a lot of women here. So their success rate is almost like 17 to 18% compared to 8% among men. So what I'm telling you, if especially the women who feel like, please prepare, you have a bigger chance. And then one more thing is that I always keep telling my wife, the women usually get at a very young age. The 22 to 23 block, 24 block, they get it. The guys usually they get it at 28 to 32. that is what we have seen. But this matters a lot. This age matters a lot. You know why? The problem is that in government the promotions are all based on seniority. You go to any department today in government of India, you will see women are at the top. You go to CBDT, 3-4 members will be women. Customs, 4-5 members will be women. It is because of this thing. So the probability that the woman sitting here, if you get selected, will reach the highest positions in India is very high. Is very high. So that is a plus point which I am telling you. With that, see, there are many doubts, like for example, should I do an undergraduate or should I go for a postgraduate? Again, the data shows that there is no difference. There is absolutely no difference. It's actually, the question is what optionals you take, how well you perform in the exam, nothing else. So, if you have done humanities also, it doesn't matter. And as I told you, most of the engineering students are taking humanities and getting selected. Another question which is coming up, there was a movement in Twitter, like the non-English medium students are not getting a good. That I don't know, there appears to be some kind of a gap there, because originally we were seeing many Hindi medium kids getting selected in UPSC. That is coming down. That probably I think is because of the format, CSAT format or anything. I think government is looking at it. They may bring some changes in the way the things are done. And finally, to conclude, what I want to tell you is that UPSC is not just about hard work. Okay, it's discovery of yourself. Like for example, it will hit you many times. Recently, this 12th fail movie, it will hit you hard. Okay, and it's very hard. Some of the things I was just telling UPSC Shetty that after I left IPS, I was sitting in the home. It hit me so hard that I was not coming out. I never came out of my home because I wanted to achieve something. Okay, so I know that you all will go through this. But the best thing, you know what is the thing? At the end of it, you all will be better person. There is some theory called school of hard knocks. Many of you know, you would have never received a hard knock on your face. Like you will never have had a failure. Like only success, you will get this marks, that marks. But when the